you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Emma. I am so happy that you're here. I'm happy that you clicked on this video today. Today we're going to talk about miniskirts, and I'm going to share with you 10 ways to style a miniskirt to achieve the perfect 1960s and 1970s inspired look. So before going into the styling portion of this video, I want to quickly touch on the history of the miniskirt. So the miniskirt was born in the 1960s on the height of sexual liberation. It was a big part of the youth culture of the swinging 60s in London. So the woman who made miniskirts famous is a designer called Mary Quant. She designed miniskirts in the 60s in London, and she just made fashion history and became a pioneer of 1960s fashion. So the miniskirt was a very rebellious piece of clothing. So the miniskirt was especially popular with young women who were kind of going all against the 1950s style of very full and longer dresses. So in an interview, Mary Quant once said that the miniskirt didn't only get its name from just being a short skirt, but also from her favorite car, who's a Mini Cooper. So while younger women really loved the 1960s trend of miniskirts and models like Twiggy and Patty Boyd wore it all the time, there were a lot of people who were absolutely not liking the trend. One of the biggest critics of the miniskirt at that time was Coco Chanel, who just said she found them absolutely awful. So in the 1970s, longer hemlines became much more popular. People wore maxi skirts and long flared, but miniskirts were still a thing. Miniskirts especially saw a revival in punk fashion, so women like Debbie Harry just wore them on stage and really made them popular again. So I think the miniskirt is a classic piece of that time period and an absolute fashion staple in everyone's 1960s and 70s inspired wardrobe. So all of the looks that I'm showing you today work also perfectly fine with a black miniskirt. I just decided to pair different miniskirts with the looks because I just happen to have a lot of them. But if you only have one miniskirt or you're just starting out to build a 60s inspired wardrobe, get yourself a black miniskirt. It is a super versatile piece and it'll work great with all of these looks. So let's start with the very classic 60s miniskirt. I just have this black one here. It has two little pockets. It's just a very simple skirt, and I also tailored it to be a bit shorter because I am a very short person and miniskirts from the 60s were really short. So if you want to go for like the ultimate 60s look, you might want to take in the skirt a bit. So a classic 60s look to style a miniskirt would just to wear a blouse with it. I have this one that just has beautiful sleeves and these fabric covered buttons that I absolutely love. I also paired it with these super classic 60s Mary Jane shoes that are so cute. I always love when like the shirt and the shoes are the same color. I feel like it's nice to break it by the black skirt, and these are just very comfortable to walk. So that's a very simple 60s look, and I kind of wanted to spice it up, and so I added. So that look by itself is already a great 60s staple look. But I, however, wanted to spice it up a bit, and so I added this thing. So these kind of overskirts were really popular in the 60s. Basically, they have a button or some sort of clasp up here. It's hard to tell. It's kind of like an apron, but backwards, and you put it on this way, so it kind of layers over your skirt. I think it's an amazing look. I got this one at a thrift store. It was super inexpensive because I'm pretty sure the people at the thrift store had no idea what this actually was. From the way that it is sewn, I'm pretty sure that this is hand sewn, and this just really reminded me of like a lot of photo shoots that Patty Boyd did in the 60s. I love the little rim on here, and yeah, I think that's an amazing look, and it kind of really elevates it from a super basic 60s look to kind of a bit more of an outrageous 60s look. Moving on to this skirt. This skirt is just vintage inspired. As you can see, it has a pretty new zipper, which is kind of sad, but also you can't really tell when I'm wearing it. And yeah, it's just a very simple skirt with this beautiful print. This pattern was super popular during the 60s, so I decided to go with this. So I went on and paired it with one of the biggest 60s staples, a turtleneck. I just have this white one. I thought it looked absolutely cute together, and I really wanted to go for a kind of black and white look, but mainly white with this look. You're gonna see in a minute. I added this cute little white beret that just has this little love button up here. I absolutely love this, and I just think wearing a beret of any sort always gives up a great 60s look, and it's super easy to throw on. Also great if you do not want to wash your hair or anything. Put on a white beret, you're good. I paired this look with these super classic 60s white go-go boots. I absolutely love them. They're so comfortable to walk. They're like the ultimate 60s staple, just white boots. They go with everything. And I think the look of any sort of miniskirt with white go-go boots always is the perfect 60s look. I also added these wonderful white sunglasses. These are kind of cat eye looking, but not really. So the cat eye sunglass was really popular in the 50s, and then the 60s came and space age became popular, and the cat eye sunglass kind of got a bit more angular, and this is kind of how it ended up looking. So this is a great 60s inspired look, also a wonderful mod piece. So the miniskirt was especially popular with mod fashion, and all sorts of geometrical things were also super popular with mod fashion. So I think these are the perfect sunglasses to go with it. I also paired it with this super cute little bag. And last but not least, I added this absolutely wonderful jacket. It has the same pattern that the skirt has, just bigger. I absolutely love it. All sorts of like blazer jackets are always great for a 60s look. So yeah, I just went and paired it with this. So we talked a lot about the mini skirts in the 60s context, and now we're moving on to more of a 70s inspired look. So during the 70s, the mini skirt really had like a rewind. So while the mini skirt was very classic in the early 60s, but it was always kind of like the same thing in the 70s and in the late 60s, there were so many different designs, and a big trend that evolved in the late 60s were suede or leather mini skirts. So I have this gorgeous original vintage mini skirt that is made out of brown suede. This is such a beautiful fabric. It also comes with this beautiful little belt, and this is just such a beautiful little skirt, and I think it is perfect for a late 60s look. I paired it with this super cute 70s inspired tank top that I absolutely love. I love the pattern. Stripes were super popular, and also all sorts of spaghetti straps became super popular during the late 60s, especially inspired by like hippie fashion, and I just think this is such a cute little shirt. I also tied up this little scarf into my hair, and I really felt like this outfit needed a boot moment, so I went with these boots. These are probably my highest boots. I absolutely love them. They're brown suede. They have this gorgeous little stitching on them, and yeah, I just think they look perfect with the outfit, and these are surprisingly comfortable, so I really love to wear these shoes. I also paired this bag with it. This is a very hippie inspired vintage bag. I absolutely love it. It is a bit stiff, but that is probably because it's like 50 or 60 years old. But yeah, this is also a great bag, and this fits a lot of things. So I really like to use this bag to like run errands or anything, and I think wearing a mini skirt and a big bag is kind of a very cool look. Moving on to this beautiful blue mini skirt. If you've seen my last thrift store try-on haul, you've already seen this, but basically this is an original early 70s, late 60s mini skirt. It is so beautiful. It has beautiful little pockets, and yeah, I really like how this one looks. Also, the A-line cut on this one is absolutely perfect. So with this look, I wanted to go with the major 60s trend, and that is colored tights. I have these wonderful turquoise bluish ones. I absolutely love them, and I think a mini skirt and colored tights is the perfect 60s look. So I paired this look with this shirt that I only call my Brian Jones blouse. This just reminds me of Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones so much. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous blouse, and I think this with the tights is such a cute look. For shoes, I went with these vintage loafers that I have. I just think this outfit looks great with a flat shoe. And what I really love about this look is that the shirt and the tights are the same color, and so are the skirt and the shoes. And two-toned looks were super popular in the 60s. Like a lot of people also wore paperback dresses that were like blue on one side and then red on the other. So while patterns were a huge trend in the 60s, so were colors. And if you just wear really bright colors, that is always a great 60s look. And I feel like adding different kinds of blues together, but then not like 100 different shades, but like 2 different shades, is an amazing 60s London look. And since we all know that Brian Jones was really into interesting fashion, I decided to also pair this hat with it. This is like a dark green fuzzy hat that just works perfectly with the look, and I just really love how it looks. So I wanted to throw in one super easy and simple look, and that is just this black mini skirt again, but then this time I paired it with this wonderful vintage looking tee. It's just an amazing tee with a cute little print. I think all sorts of ringer tees where they have the collar and the arms kind of in an accent color is a great retro look. And I really wanted to give this the perfect 70s touch. So I wore my white little platform shoes with it. I absolutely love these shoes. I can walk hours and days in these, and I think This is such a cute little simple look. It's also great if you like go to school or you don't want to go super outrageous. Maybe you need something a bit more practical. I just think this is an amazing look. And as I said, if you're just starting out with the vintage wardrobe, get yourself a great black, simple, basic miniskirt and just a vintage tee and you're good to go. Like, this is a very easy but great look. Moving on with an all black look. So sometimes I really like to do one sort of color. So for this example, I went with black, but then add like a bunch of different textures. So this look, I also started with this black little mini skirt. I paired it with this short sleeve turtleneck shirt that I absolutely love. It's such a simple yet amazing looking piece. It's also great for all sorts of beatnik looks. So I think just turtlenecks in general are great 60s and 70s basics. Another big 60s and 70s trend were vests in all sorts of way, and I have this beautiful shiny black one that has this like lace detail and then it's also beaded. This is such a gorgeous piece. I absolutely love it. I wear this all the time and I think it looks amazing with the look. What I also really love about vests like this is if they are kind of a bit longer, they go a bit below your mini skirt, that looks amazing. Also this one, you can kind of button it up front and that just looks amazing. I just wore my very basic 60s black boots with it, and then I went ahead and accessorized it with this wonderful black little hat that I absolutely love. This is also not only great for a beatnik look, but great for all 60s inspired looks in general. I also added this black belt. So all sorts of black belts, especially with like a square buckle, were super popular in the 60s and I really like the texture of this one. And I know that this probably isn't for everyone, but I personally really love to wear these like little bands around my thighs. And I just have this one that is super heavy, and I got this at a thrift store and I absolutely love it. I love the metalwork on it and it's such a cool little accessorize, and I think it's something that you don't really see a lot of times, so it really makes the outfit super interesting. Moving on with this little mini skirt that is probably my favorite mini skirt. I absolutely love it. It's this purple suede skirt. It has 3 little buttons up here. It is so beautiful. It also has pockets and it fits me perfectly, and I just really love this skirt and I think the color is absolutely gorgeous. I paired it with this super cute top that is from the 70s. It's just a white shirt. I love the flared arm details on this one and also that you can kind of tie it up here, and I think it's just a really great look. And since I want this video to be as versatile as possible, I decided to also do some looks with jackets, some without, some with boots, some with sandals. So just wherever you live, whatever the weather is, you can kind of take away something from this video. So for this look, I decided to go with this jacket that is one of my absolutely favorite jackets. I got it from a friend who got it thrifting. It is such an amazing and unique piece. It's basically this patchwork looking suede leather jacket, and I love the fur details. I think it's an amazing look, and even though it doesn't have the shade of purple that the skirt has, I think these two go together absolutely amazingly. And since that jacket is so colorful, I wanted to do a bit more of colorful accessories with this one, so I added this belt that I got at the flea market in Berlin. I absolutely love it. The metalwork on this is so gorgeous. So you kind of clasp it in the back and then it just looks so cool. So yeah, I really like it. I think this is such a cute little bohemian vibe and I just think it's a very unique piece. And because there was already so much going on with this look, I decided to keep it simple with the shoes and just wear my absolutely favorite dark brown suede boots with it. So this next look is also based around my black mini skirt. I decided to do a lot of looks with the black mini skirt because, as I said, I think if you're just starting out with a vintage wardrobe, you might want to get a black mini skirt because that is just a very versatile piece. And then I paired it with this absolutely gorgeous 1960s blouse. So this is like a dream come true for me because it is silk and velvet together, which are my 2 favorite materials. It also has fabric covered buttons, which is like absolutely dreamy and gorgeous. I love the detailing on it, and this is so cute. So This could also be a dress, but since it's kind of slitted right here, you have to wear something underneath. So I decided to go with the black skirt. I really love how that looks. So to empathize the purple in the look, I also added these little knee-high socks. These are actually vintage knee-high socks. I always get my knee-high socks and like my tights and everything from the thrift store. If you want to know more about this, check out my thrift with me video because I talked a bit about that in that video. But yeah, I just decided to go with these. They have this cute little polka dotted design and I absolutely love them. So I really wanted to go for kind of an Anita Pallenberg inspired look. If you don't know who Anita Pallenberg is, she basically was a muse to pretty much the whole Rolling Stones, and she was also a model, and she was also known for wearing beautiful big hats. So I decided to go with this wonderful black sun hat, and since the pearls on the shirt are kind of silvery and shimmery, I decided to go with these wonderful 1960s shimmery silver shoes that are my absolute dream come true. I found these in the streets. It's a wild story. If you want to know more about that, check out my shoe collection video. Okay, enough now. But basically, yeah, these are just absolutely amazing. They're so cute, and I think they work perfectly with the look. Next is another hippie inspired look, and it is this gray suede mini skirt that I love. I just think it is so cute. And with hippie fashion, all sorts of like suede and leather and nature materials were super popular, so that is a perfect fit for that look. I paired it with this beautiful blouse that is one of my absolutely favorite pieces. It is so gorgeously embroidered and just works perfectly with the look. And then I really wanted to add like a standout piece to this, and I decided to go with this vest. So this is one of my favorite vests of all times. It is a bit big on me, but I kind of don't really mind that look. It is so beautifully crocheted, and then it's just suede leather. This is real leather. I got it at a thrift store. I absolutely love the look of it. I think it's such an amazing and unique piece. So I know that this trend isn't for everyone, but I personally really love it, and it is cowboy boots. Cowboy boots were super popular during the late 60s and during the 70s, and I really love them. I absolutely love the embroidery on these. I think they're so gorgeous, and yeah, I just really like the look of these with the look. And to pick up that whole metal detailing of the shoes, I also decided to pair this wonderful belt with it. It's just a white leather belt, and then it has these cute little metal details and also a huge round metal buckle. The final look also starts with the black mini skirt, but this time I decided to go with this one. I really like this belt that it has on it. I know it's a bit weird that it already comes with a belt. You're not able to take it off. And as said before, all sorts of geometrical belts were super popular in the 60s. So that is absolutely a great skirt. I paired this black velvet shirt with it. I really love the back of it because it's kind of low cut in the back, and I think that's such a cute look. So we talked about colored tights as a huge 60s trend before, but another huge 60s trend were all sorts of patterned tights. So I have these ones here. They almost look as if they were watercolored, but basically these colored and patterned tights were super popular in the 60s. I love the pattern of these. These are original 60s dad stock tights, so that is absolutely amazing. I love how they look. I absolutely think they're so cool, and I think if you wear like a mini skirt and then show off your legs and you put on a patterned tight, that is such an amazing look. So since I really wanted the tights to be the standout thing of this outfit, I decided to keep it super simple on the accessories. I just added a black leather beret and then these super cute 1960s inspired shoes. They're amazing. I love the little tie detail up there, and I just think they're so cute and they match the outfit perfectly. So these are my 10 ways to style a mini skirt. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below which look was your favorite, and also how do you like to style mini skirts? I would absolutely love to know that. I was kind of thinking about turning this into a series, so maybe we could do 10 ways to style flared jeans, 10 ways to style black boots, 10 ways to style a white blouse, and all of these like staple 60s and 70s fashion items, and then just different ways to style them. If you would be interested in seeing a series like this, just let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, I would love you to give it a thumbs up and maybe share it with a friend. It supports me, it supports the channel, and it would mean a lot. If you're interested in 1960s and 70s fashion, music, pop culture, makeup, hit the subscribe button because I upload multiple videos all about these topics every single week. I hope you're having an amazing day. Go out, enjoy the sunshine, take yourself some time to focus on you and your mental health today, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys!